Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Was an OP ANBU at 6 years old, guys. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, remember if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, yes, I indeed have 4 channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, and Anime Prince, which I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto and his clan was betrayed by Konoha, so go ahead check out that over in Making 3 and enjoy. I also post a brand new episode of What If Naruto had a universal device over Anime Prince, so go ahead check that out and enjoy guys. And yeah, without further ado, wasting no more time, what do you say we jump right into this new episode? Start the intro guys. So the last spot we left off, Naruto was clashing with Zabuza, as Zabuza was strong and fast. However, in that moment, Naruto awakened the second level of his eyes. The strange bloodline that he seemed to inherit, he awakened it, as his speed and strength, stamina, everything about him seemed to quadruple. Zabuza was shocked that he was being pushed back by this kid, as he could not stand his ground as Naruto was pushing and knocking him back, making Zabuza furious than he's ever been before. As he was on the back pedal, Kakashi jumped in as both of them went through hand sign. They hit Zabuza with a combo attack, then knocked him down. As Naruto was about to walk over towards him, however, Haku jumped in and rescued Zabuza. They did not go after him as they made their way, but Naruto then collapsed face first. As he woke up in his mindscape and spoke to the fox, it seems like something new happened with his eyes, and because he didn't learn how to fully master it, whatever he was doing caused him a lot more chakra than necessary. As Naruto came downstairs, the training for the others came to a start. However, Naruto did not need to do this because he already knew all of them. So Kakashi and the other to work on tree walking and many others while Naruto was out, doing more intense training. As Naruto was trying to create their own fighting style, mixing several fighting styles together to create something unpredictable, something that no one can be able to counter. There was a little incident with Inari, as Naruto ended up getting a bit pissed, but he left soon afterwards. The memories of the years back then was very terrifying. Sasuke also found out that it was his clan that targeted Naruto as well, and it also got Sasuke to think about something that has been bothering him. Itachi was crying when he killed the clan. There was so much sadness and sorrow in his eyes, and now what he heard about his clan did to Naruto, it was making his mind drift to something else, another thought that maybe his clan wasn't all that good as he thought. As Naruto met up with him on the roof as he asked to talk with him, the both of them sat down as they chatted. Sasuke wanted to know more, as Naruto told him all he knew about Itachi. However, saying that Itachi went mad and killed off his clan was something that Naruto did not believe. He did not believe that one bit, as he felt like there was something else there, but well, he couldn't really prove it or know what exactly it was. But yes, he did not believe anything about Itachi killing his clan because he went psychopath. After all, he knew Itachi helped him a lot as well. While that was taking place, Zabuza had spoke to Haku, as he had made a decision. Naruto made his way out to where his clones were training, after feeling disturbance as he came to face with Zabuza. Zabuza spoke to him as he was able to find out that Naruto's mother was the Red Death and his father was Minato. As Zabuza take it upon himself to be Naruto Kinjutsu teacher, after all that will help them a lot better in Konoha. And any son of Kushina Uzumaki the Red Death should at least know a few Kinjutsu, he thought to himself. As Naruto agreed, Naruto told Kakashi everything about that as they met up on the bridge. As Zabuza came with Gato's head, however, all of Gato's thugs had arrived. However, Naruto was itching to go into a fight as he jumped right into the army of thugs, before he annihilated them. The people of the wave was now free as they were all too grateful, as they named the bridge after Naruto the Great Naruto Bridge, as the group headed back to Konoha with Haku and Zabuza. So yeah guys, basically that's what I thought you guys again. So check across the place, check it out for yourself, and also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels that I have. 4 of them guys, links will be down in the description, so go ahead, check them out and enjoy. And also don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you can see exactly when I post, and I do post every day guys. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we jump right into this new episode? Let's begin now guys. Well, this is different, said Hiruzen, as he looked towards Kakashi Hatake. Beside him a rather infamous rogue ninja Zabuza Momokai. Both of them reading the newest copy of his student's book and giggling, as Naruto and the girl had their face in their hands and shaking their head, as Sakura and Sasuke just saw it drop at their sensei and their prisoner. Naruto, would you please explain to me why there's a Kakashi clone with no shirt, a giant sword on his back in my office? Hiruzen said. Well, the one that's giggling with no shirt is a former Miss turned rogue Zabuza Momokai. The girl next to me is Haku Momokai, Zabuza's adoptive daughter. Though I don't know where Zabuza's shirt went. He had one when we got back to the village, said Naruto as he tried to remember where the man had lost it. Some crazy purple-haired chick took my shirt when me and Kakashi bought this piece of literature. Then she said something about snakes and dango, and then she took off. Uncle, said Sarutobi, as Naruto shook his head. Well then, you're a rogue ninja. If you wish to join the Hidden Leaf, you will have to spend a week with Ibiki, and after he returns his support, I will make my assessment. As for you, he said, turning towards Haku, as Naruto told him something rather surprising. Well, you have no priors to any hidden village, so we can allow you to join the ranks. However, with your valuable Kikigenkai, you might be forced into a marriage. Well, said Naruto as he stepped in, I can place Haku under my clan, the Uzumaki clan protection, said Naruto. That is unless the team want to do it, said Naruto, as he looked towards Sasuke. Since their return, Sasuke had a interest in the ice user. Naruto didn't know what it was, but the both of them demeanor seemed to work well together. And who was he to step into the way of something blossoming? And it would be great if Sasuke could get his mind off his own problems once in a while. Since Naruto has spoken to him, he has been starting to open up and change. Sasuke did not hesitate. I accept. As the heir to the Uchiha clan, I placed Haku Momokai under my protection. As there was a light blush in his cheeks. He didn't know what the hell was wrong with him. Maybe because of his talk he was starting to see things that he never usually focused on. However, a blade was now pointed at his throat. He slightly turned his head towards Zabuza. If you even think of touching her, I'll cut off that little thing between your leg that makes you a man. And I'm very accurate. Do you understand me? He said. Zabuza did not look like he was joking one bit, as Hiruzen handed the both of them 2 files for them to fill out. Haku, you will take a placement test in 2 days. Zabuza, as I said, you will be questioned, said Sarutobi. Zabuza nodded, fully understanding that was his second chance. Well, if that is all, you're all dismissed, he said, as Sasuke went off with Haku. Sakura left as well, leaving Naruto, Zabuza, and Kakashi there. So how may I help you 3? I would like to go and search the ruins of Uzo, said Naruto. And why, may I ask, said Sarutobi, as he knew that it wasn't for some pointless reason though. I want to learn as much as I can about my clan. There might be some kind of underground vault there, with a ton of jutsus and other stuff that I could learn, especially about my dojutsu. Zabuza was surprised by that. He never knew the kid had a dojutsu. All good theories. What if you don't find anything? It would be a waste of a lot of valuable time. After all, your team is entered in the Chunin exams. Said Naruto. That's it. You have an idea? Well, why don't we have Zabuza accompany me, said Naruto. He has already promised to teach me Kinjutsu. It will also score him brownie points with the other high-ranking Jonins who know about my past. Well, that works for me. The only problem is, we still don't have any idea of what kind of sword the kid is to use. He don't have the grace for a katana. Maybe a claymore. He's fast enough. So maybe it might work, said Zabuza. as he thought it over. The next day. "So, what training do we have today?" asked Sakura. "No clue. Kakashi wouldn't tell me," said Naruto with a yawn. "But if I had a guess, I would say water walking or elemental manipulation are both," said Kakashi as he appeared. As Sakura and Sasuke were given a piece of paper. "Alright, you two. I want you to channel your chakra into those papers." Sakura looked at it oddly as she went first. As the thing crumbled away. Good. An earth user. I know a couple of earth jutsu that you could use, but your reserves have to be higher, so we're gonna have to work on that. Sasuke, you're next." Sasuke took the paper. As it crinkled into a tiny ball before it caught on flames. "Lightning and fire. Interesting," said Kakashi, as Naruto snagged one of the papers. He had already mastered wind, and he never really focused on anything else. As he held back his wind affinity and focused his other affinities that he might have into the card, the results shocked even him. It crinkled and got wet, and the other side burned. "What the hell?" "No, that's different," said Kakashi. "I believe the water is from your mom, and your dad's second element is lightning. But where does the fire come from?" "I can take a guess," said Naruto as he hinted towards Kakashi. "Perhaps it was a fox." Kakashi thought to himself as he looked towards Naruto. Sakura never heard Naruto talk about his parents before. However, the way she asked it was rather dumb. "Naruto has parents?" "No," said Naruto. "I just one day popped up." Time skip. The next day. ANBU training ground 2. Haku test was just over. She was given the rank of Chunin because of her skills. And also, she was already adept in medical research. She was able to make medicine out of herbs. So she would be a wonderful medic, and also an offensive fighter as well, with her speed. However, she preferred to stay in the background, as she could take her targets out with her precise hits of her Senbon. As Haku Technical Guardian, Sasuke was also there, but he was stuck on the sidelines. However, today was also a special day for Naruto as well, as he was going to start his heavy work taijutsu style, as Kakashi was going to be the one to test him, as the both of them stood in the center. Guy raised his hand. "Alright, begin," he said. Both of them seemed to blink out of reality, as they moved at mid to high Jonin speed. They then appeared right in the center as they clashed. Kakashi had the experience, but Naruto's style was rather superior, and he was also a monster when it came to strength. The two broke apart after about 3 minutes, as Kakashi was able to land a well-placed kick on Naruto's shoulder. "I think it's time for the real sport to begin," said Naruto. As he channeled chakra into his eyes, 2 diamonds appeared in both of his pupils, showing that he had mastered the second level of his unknown dojutsu. Kakashi reached as he pulled up his headband to reveal his Sharingan. They once again disappeared. Haku could not even see them. Sasuke worse. The others could see them though. If Guy had his way, he would be fighting right now, as Naruto was keeping pace with Kakashi, even taking control at some points. The style that Naruto was using was strange though, as Guy wasn't sure what it was. Guy watched the battle as Naruto aimed a right hook towards Kakashi's shoulder. Kakashi tried to block the hit, but Naruto slammed his hands on the ground and changed his attack in a split second, bringing his left leg around. Because of the Sharingan, he was able to see the move as he ducked. The kick passed over his face. However, Naruto's style was just that unpredictable. Kakashi was able to block the other right hook, but Naruto then flipped his body and brought his leg down, shocking Kakashi the mobility of this style, as Naruto was utilizing almost every point of his body. Kakashi could not block the kick that came down next as it slammed into his skull. Everyone watched. Sasuke was shocked as he got to his feet, as he watched his sensei collapse to the ground unconscious. The medical ninja rushed out there and checked over Kakashi. Both forearms have a hairline fracture, and he also has a concussion. The medical ninja said Naruto's kicks and punches were quite devastating. It was hard for someone to fight him at one-on-one, especially in taijutsu only, because he was immensely strong. Guy was about to explode. "My youthfulness cannot wait any longer," he said. "We will fight now, my youthful opponent. And prepare yourself because my youthful weights are coming off," said Guy. Just like he said, he removed the legs and arm weights, dropping them, creating craters in the ground, as Guy blurred off towards Naruto. Guy had fought Kakashi many times in taijutsu, and Naruto had just outclassed Kakashi completely, so Guy had to push it a bit further. He's gonna let his youth explode outwards. Well, it's not that surprising. Naruto has been trained by all sorts of high-level people since he was 6 years old. By now he was a monster, but Guy was a devil itself when it came to taijutsu. However, Naruto's eyes seemed to be a knack above the Sharingan and keeping up with people. Well, maybe it was because of his fast body. Unlike Sasuke, who could see the action but could not keep up, Naruto could see and also keep up as well, as he was able to keep pace with Guy. However, Guy was loving it as he started to push himself. The battle was youthful, as he called it. The combination of Naruto's new dojutsu and that strange unorthodox taijutsu style gave Naruto a better advantage than he thought. As Guy realized that it was getting harder and harder to land blows on Naruto, and Naruto was actually hitting him harder than before. As Guy realized that Naruto was adapting rather perfectly. Full on 10 minutes they clashed violently. However, Guy had the more experience and Naruto made a mistake. A simple mistake that cost him. As the next thing he knew, everything went black. A brutal punch crashed right into his face. Time skip. Naruto woke up. As he looked around, tilting his head, he saw Kakashi on the bed across from him. Where the hell was he? Kyuubi, what happened? You got knocked the hell out, the Kyuubi said as he started to laugh. It was then that they heard footsteps as Sarutobi entered. Good to see you're both awake. Just then Kakashi shot out of bed. Don't worry, Mr. Peanut Butter King. I will stop the pudding bandits off the Gumdrop Mountain. He then collapsed back on the bed. Wow, he hasn't fought the pudding bandits in about 4 years. I must have hit him harder than I thought, said Naruto. Yes, it was quite a kick, said Sarutobi. Though I believe that guy may have one up you in that department. Yeah, said Naruto. Where is he anyway? I would like a feedback on my style. He took his team on a 2-week escort mission. You would have left by the time you returned. However, what you did was quite remarkable. He had his weights off and going full blast, and you lasted 15 minutes with him in taijutsu only. I can only think of a few people that can do that. As Naruto chuckled and rubbed back his head. Damn you, Vanilla! You and Tapioca will die for killing the Jelly Prince! Kakashi shouted in his sleep. You should probably just sedate him, said Naruto. We tried, said Hiruzen. He just keeps on picking up where he left off. Time skip at noon, training field. Hey Naruto, where's Kakashi-sensei, said Sakura, as she was on top of the surface of the water. She was trying to get stronger, she really was. He's on a self-appointed mission, said Naruto. I don't think he will be back for a while, he said as he started to laugh. He pulled out 3 scrolls, as he tossed 1 to Sasuke and 2 to Sakura. One is for your elements, Sakura. The second one is for a couple of low-grade medical ninjutsu. Until Kakashi get back, you're gonna work on these jutsus and tree climbing and water walking. As Naruto explained what is gonna happen, afterwards they both nodded. Sakura was determined to get stronger, as she realized that if she was actually gonna be a kunoichi, well, she wanted to be a good one, or at least be able to protect herself. Otherwise, she will die out there in the field. As the rest of the week went like that, Sakura reserves got up to a high genin, as she was able to learn 3 earth jutsus and 2 medical ninjutsus, 1 for scanning and 1 for healing minor bruises and cuts. Sasuke reserves are up to mid to high chunin, as he was able to learn 4 fire jutsu and 2 lightning jutsu. As for Naruto, he already had Kage level chakra reserves, so there was nothing to worry about there. However, he had learned 1 new wind jutsu, 2 lightning jutsu, 2 fire jutsu, and 2 water jutsu. He was also working on building his body up and increasing his speed. As Naruto was now looking through the library, trying to find anything that he can about Uzu. However, one thing kept on catching his interest, a name that kept on popping up. Not a certain name, but someone going by a title. They call him the Great One. He had some sort of great treasure with the village, but the treasure could never be found. As Naruto was not sure what was going on there was another riddle that he found. It said the man split 1 into 9. Naruto wasn't sure what that meant. The next day, Naruto arrived at the interrogation office, as Zabuza was already there waiting for him. But something was wrong. He was covered in cuts, bruises, and hickeys. Someone had placed a lot of hikis all over him. Okay, I know for a fact that Ibiki did not do that, said Naruto. As Naruto started to laugh. You got stuck with Uncle, didn't you? He said. Oh yeah, I got stuck with Uncle alright, said Zabuza. However, he didn't look angry. That explained the cuts and the bruises. What? Said Zabuza, looking confused. Well, she used to date Kakashi, but she broke up with him because he was too nice, said Naruto, as he started to laugh and walk off. Wait, that woman said Kakashi was too nice. Just what the hell has he gotten himself into? 2 hours later. Are you kidding me? None of these swords feel right, said Naruto. Hey, what about you let me try out your sword? Hell no, said Zabuza. This sword will stay with me until I die. Find your own. As two people came from the back. It was a girl and a man. The man was wearing a heat shield. So you need a sword. Come around back, Fox-san, he said. In the back was a storage, forge area, as there was some high quality swords there. So I'm guessing that you didn't like anything on the main floor. Well, that happens. Well, you only keep katanas, wazakis, and ninjatos out there. And judged by your muscle tone, I would say that you'll be better off with a nodiki or claymore. If your friend is any indication, maybe you need a custom sword. Is that the headhunter? The man said, as he pointed toward the sword on Zabuza's back. Yeah, the one and only. But while the kid is my apprentice in the art of sword, he's never gonna use it. I work way too hard to get this blade, says Zabuza. Well, I can imagine. To gain that sword, you must have taken down Zabuza Momokai. I am Zabuza Momokai. The old man went pale, but not from fear. He had only heard legends of this man, and here he was in his shop, looking for a blade for his apprentice. As the man nodded before he turned to Naruto, why don't you test out those blades and I'll make you your custom sword? Why can't I take one of these, said Naruto. Those belong to other people, some dead, some retired, and some are spares. I can't sell you one of these, but test them out and let me know and I can make you your own custom blade. There was around 25 of them. However, there was only 2 that stuck out. There was a nodiki with a red grip and a claymore with a golden grip. These both feel great, said Naruto. Almost perfect, he said, as he lifted both of them up. Zabuza looked towards the blades. Why did they look so familiar? As both Zabuza and the old man watched as Naruto swing the blades around, holding each of them with one of his hands, something that the average Chunin couldn't even think of doing. As the old man noticed, those are Kushina blades. And this boy, he moved just like her, and his blonde hair is just like Minato's. The older man's eyes went wide as he came to a realization. Naruto, he said. Naruto paused, surprised that the old man knew him. I believe you should take those blades. They both are yours by heritage, he said. I'm afraid I can't say anymore, but I can try to make it up to you. Give me a minute, he said, as he made his way toward the small office. Zabuza took this time to get a closer look at the blades. The nodiki was a masterpiece. The blade was made of chalker-conducted metal, and the handle was a deep red, with a white stitching. The hilt was made of the same material, and it had 2 swirling patterns on the side. The claymore, in his opinion, was more beautiful, made of the same metal, and it had golden handles that was stitched with blue threading. Swirling patterns are on each of the sides as well. Got them, the old man said as he came back. These go with the blades, as he held out 2 sheets to sheathe the blades, both of them being a deep blue. As Naruto sheathed the blade and attached them to his belt. And this sword right here contained a 2-sword Kinjutsu style. With the way you were able to handle those blades, you will have no problem. Thank you, said Naruto. How much do I owe? No charge, he said, patting Naruto on the back. Those blades belong to you. Now get going, learn to use them. As Naruto smiled, the old man and thanked him. As he left the store, Zabuza also had a grin on his face, thinking about the training that he was gonna give the blonde. Tintin was shocked as she watched him leave the shop. Not only did she just see the coolest sword on the back of a large muscular guy, but ANBU, the same height as her, just walked out with 2 swords that belonged to Kushina Uzumaki. One of her idols. Dad, she said, rushing towards the back. Who just took Lady Kushina's sword? She yelled and asked at the same time. That, my dear, is the rightful owner, her father said, with a smile. 2 days later, Come on. Don't tell me that you're already tired, said Zabuza. As he took another swipe at Naruto as Naruto blocked it with his claymore and swinged his Nodiki towards Zabuza's head. Screw you, said Naruto, I'm carrying 2 swords, and you train your whole life to fight with that thing. As he sidestepped a chop and swivel on his feet. As he used the swivel to get in Zabuza's guard, he performed a flipping spin with both Nodiki and the claymore pointed out. As Naruto then turned, slice, Zabuza's head fall clean off. However, his body burst into water. Nice job, kid. You're a fast learner. Scary fast. What the hell was that spinning thing? It looked pretty cool. Actually, I have no idea, said Naruto. I was just following the flow. Well then, said Zabuza, as 10 water clones form. Let's see how you work, with more pressure. You bastard, said Naruto, as all the clones rushed towards him. The next day, sunset. Both Naruto and Zabuza stood at the ruins of Uza. As they were looking around, until Naruto caught sight of a man. Spiky hair and piercing eyes. What the hell? As Naruto wondered if he was seeing things, the man winked at him. Before he sunk into the water, there was even a ripple. The water just remained calm. What the hell? As Naruto rushed towards the fountain, he had no idea who that person was. But if he lived here, he probably knew his way around. As Naruto looked down, as he jumped into the water, inside was a strange cavern. The man was below, as he was just looking up at Naruto. Naruto could only see the outline of the man and his eyes. The man tilted his head like he was examining Naruto. The man then turned and walked down the cavern. The only thing lighting the way was the glow from his eyes, as Naruto pushed down. However, something was wrong. His body went on autopilot. What the hell? He could not speak. He could not talk. He could not even grunt. What's wrong with him? Not to mention, he couldn't stop his feet from moving. As for Zabuza, he was starting to get creeped out. Coming from the man that killed his entire graduation class. When he was in the academy, yes, that was saying something. Naruto was just fine a moment ago until they crossed past what seemed to be a gate a long time ago. Then he just ran away. Zabuza watched as he ran and jumped into a fountain and just swam down below. Zabuza went after him as Zabuza dived into the water and swam underneath, as he could sense the kid not too far away from here. Naruto was like a beacon sometime with his chakra, which was rather useful. Zabuza swam and swam and swam. He took in a deep breath once he came out on the other side. That is where he saw Naruto standing. Zabuza noticed there was 4 graves, just there. Each of them had a plaque like tombstone. At the foot of each of them was a scroll. On the back wall there was another plaque. However, Zabuza could not read that language. He had no idea what it was. As for Naruto, he felt drawn to the coffin on the far right. The name on the tombstone said Arashi Uzumaki, son of the Great One, father of Asuna. He wondered who was that. Age of death 107. Moving, he saw the other name. It was Asuna. Asuna Uzumaki, daughter of Arashi, mother of Tamaki Uzumaki. Age of death 92. Moving toward the other one. Tamaki Uzumaki, son of Asuna Uzumaki, father of Jin Uzumaki. Age of death 103. The next one, Jin Uzumaki, son of Tamaki Uzumaki, father of Kushina Uzumaki. Age of death 47. Kushina? Mom? Said Naruto. Is this the same Kushina as his mother? That means he's related to this Great One. If that is the case, why did his grandfather die at 47, while the others died at their old ages? The youngest other than his grandfather was 92, Asuna. The others were in their 100s. As Naruto knew that full-blooded Uzumakis could reach 100 because of their long lifespan, maybe even farther than that. Look at the dates. Naruto spun in surprise as he saw Zabuza standing there. The day Jin died was the day the village was destroyed. That was weird that he died so young. But it's strange when I think about it, that my mother, or even I, could have been next in line, said Naruto. So what are those scrolls, said Zabuza, as he looked at the foot of the grave. As Naruto walked over, it seemed to be a jutsu or stored scroll. He made a clone as the clone picked it up. However, nothing happened, but the language inside was not something that he could read. He then noticed some language at the bottom that he could read. Only the eyes can see. The eyes? Naruto thought to himself. He had an idea as he activated his eyes, his strange bloodline, and everything started to flip into place. The words and letters moving into place. Only the leader of this village can handle this scroll. If there is no leader, only my offspring can handle it. This scroll is to be passed on to the next of kin. In this scroll is my signature jutsu, the Uzumaki Blast Shield. A huge amount of concentrated chakra focused at the center of my palm to deflect almost any attack and any enemy and throw objects away. Wait, you can read that, said Zabuza. This was getting a bit weird for him. He knew that Uzumakis could do many things with seal, but to find out that they created their own language, well, that was surprising. Yeah, but I can only see it with my dojutsu, said Naruto. As he took the scroll and pocketed it, before he picked up the other one, it said the same thing. Only the leader can handle this scroll if there is no leader. Then it's passed on to my next of kin. This is my prize technique, the Uzumaki Element Dragon. What the hell? A dragon made from any element, much more stronger and powerful than any of the normal elemental dragons. Uses much more chakra, but the results are quite worthy of it. Use the same principle as the clone technique to give the dragon a working, affectable mind. As Naruto rolled it back up and tucked it away, before he read the same thing on the other one. Each of them had a different jutsu, but they said the same thing, passing down to their next of kin. My signature jutsu, the Uzumaki Meteor Punch. Use normal or lightning chakra to trigger the muscle of the shoulder and upper arm and wrist to deliver a devastating punch that can shatter almost any opponent. Switch between variant of elements, earth, wind, fire, lightning, or water for colossal damage and protect the hand from injury. At first Naruto thought that this was just enhanced strength punch, but this was detailed and very different than he thought. Well kid, that is right up your alley, said Zabuza, knowing that the kid based a lot on strength. This would make him a more deadly force. The other one, the Uzumaki style Power Bomb. It was like a cool sumo slam move. However, it was used in conjunction with the Meteor Punch for devastating effects. Once again, Naruto saw the complex detail of how to use these things, the way they strengthen a part of their body to cancel the detail or impact. These were quite devastating. Hey kid, said Zabuza, can you read this, he asked, as he motioned to the plaque on the back wall. Let me see, said Naruto. The Maelstrom Eye. Oh, so that is what it's called. Maelstrom Eye. Well, that's a badass name, said Naruto, as he continued to read. Each level unlocked is a curse. Each level master is a blessing. The levels unlocked depend on the need of the wielder. There are 4 main abilities and one that is different for every wielder. The 4 abilities are slowing down perception, increased chakra reserves and control, increased reaction time, and an increase in strength and speed. When unlocked, the ability will drain the wielder chakra regardless of perfect chakra control. To master a level, one must train for 100 days. Only the chosen of the chosen one can unlock the final level. So, does any of that make sense to you? Because it did not to me, said Zabuza as he looked towards Naruto. Yeah, it explained my eyes, said Naruto, and it kind of made sense. But I don't understand. Is this why he led us here? Who are you talking about? By the way, you rushed off like you saw someone. What do you mean? Didn't you see him? The guy with the glowing eyes and spiky hair. No, I followed you. I figured that you saw something important. You saw someone? Well, I saw him, and he was Naruto froze. Zabuza watched as Naruto's pupil dilated. His body freeze up like he was being controlled. Hey kid, he said, snapping his finger in front of him. However, Naruto did not seem to notice that he was there, and he just kept on walking. Zabuza followed behind him, as Naruto came across a strange bubble that held the water back from the cavern. He looked towards the bubble as he nodded his head. He then jumped up and swam out of the water. As Zabuza followed, the blonde was stuck in a trance, completely oblivious to the world around him. As Naruto walked into a nearly collapsed building, they walked into a room that was built like the Hokage's tower. As Naruto stepped inside, Naruto then blinked. Okay, did you see him that time? Wait, what? As Naruto looked around, behind Zabuza was 4 photos, picture frames, all of those Umakis that he read in the tomb a moment ago. That's him, said Naruto as he pointed at the picture of Jin. He was the guy I saw. My grandfather. This is so weird. You're telling me. I never saw anyone but you though. The only thing I can think of is that he was somewhat controlling you, to lead you to this tomb and here. As Naruto walked over the photos to get a closer look. However, he realized something when he got there. All of them are looking towards the same direction. As Naruto tried to see, he activated his eyes. What he saw was a strange outline. He walked forward. Pressing his hand forward, his hand made contact with something. It was then that it faded. What the hell is that? A scroll, said Naruto. How did you... My eyes, said Naruto. Naruto opened the large scroll. There was many things inside. Many things that would help him regarding those techniques that he saw back then. Resistance seals, counter seals, and many other seals. Naruto rolled it up. He would check it out once he got back. I think it's time we leave, said Naruto. I got what I came for and I even got to meet my grandfather. Well, kind of, said Naruto. I won't use the next 3 weeks to prepare for Chunin exams. I don't just want to be a Chunin. I want to shot straight through the ranks and make it towards Jonin in one jump. Well, if anyone can do it, you can, kid, said Zabuza. As they made their way, time skip, a week later, they got back towards the office as they reported back in. As Naruto wanted to get straight to training, time skip, at the Dango Shack, Naruto found Sakura at her favorite spot. This was one of her favorite spots, Dango Stand, or as everyone called it, the Gossip Stand, as Ino was there with her as well. So, how is Sasuke doing? Asked Ino. I heard around town that he's the strongest genin within the village. Yeah, he has gotten really strong, but he's not the strongest genin within the village. Hey Sakura, said Naruto, interrupting. I see you're busy, so I'll talk to you another time. Do you have any idea where Sasuke is? I have a couple of questions for him. Oh hey, you're back, she said. If I had to say, he's probably at the training ground. Kakashi Sensei has been teaching him something since you left. Ino was silent as she wondered who the hell was this. He had long blonde hair that went down toward his shoulders. He was wearing a tight muscular shirt that had no sleeves. She saw that strange tattoo. Her father told her only ANBU captains had that thing. 2 swords strapped to him. He was muscular. His body was almost ripping itself out of his shirt that he was wearing. Ino started to drool at his sight. Thanks, said Naruto, as he gave Ino a wink before he left. Ino blushed. Okay, split. Who the hell is that, she said. I mean, he's so hot. He's the ANBU captain, right? How did you know that he was in ANBU? Oh, my father taught me about the tattoos that usual ANBU members wear. At one point I was thinking about joining the organization, but I was young back then, she said. And besides, that blonde hair and blue eyes. He looks like a Yamanaka. Who the hell is he? Oh, this is priceless, said Sakura. You have a thing for Naruto. Wait, what are you talking about? I don't like Naruto. I'm asking about that guy. That's Naruto, you fool. What? Ino yelled. 3 weeks later, they had 1 day left until the Chunin exams. Naruto was finally having a day of rest. He has been working non-stop. He has been going through the scrolls, practicing his taijutsu, practicing his fighting style. So much, and he's beat. He's gonna use this day to rest and just rest and rest and rest. He was just returning home after a wonderful time at Ichiraku Ramen. He paused. You know, Konohamaru, rocks aren't that square. And besides, they don't have eye holes. Boom! The thing exploded. Coughing could be heard. I told you we use a bit too much gunpowder. Come on, prepare yourself. Him and his 3 friends jumped out as they went into a silly pose. as Naruto started to laugh. Finally rather funny. As Sakura showed up, she was just passing by as Naruto greeted her. "Hey boss," said Konohamaru. "Is she your girlfriend?" "No," said Naruto. "Just my teammate." "Oh, that's good. She's kind of ugly. And her chest is flat." "Oh shit," said Naruto. "You should run." "What?" "You should definitely run." "Why should I?" Konohamaru turned as he saw the look Sakura was giving him. And he took off to the hills. As she chased after him. "You little brat, get back here," she said. As he ran around the corner, Naruto heard something. As he wondered if she really hurt him that badly. That is when he saw someone lifting Konohamaru off the ground. "Hey, watch it, you punk! That hurt!" "Kankuro, put the kid down. We don't have time for this." "Shut up, Temari. This insolent punk. Gotta look where he's going." He pulled his fist back until it was grabbed. As Naruto bent his hand, Temari gripped her fan. "What the hell? When the hell did this guy appear?" "I suggest you put him down before. I'll have to break this," said Naruto. Kankuro released Konohamaru, wondering where the hell this guy came from. As Naruto turned, "Easy," he said to the girl. "We can sort this out peacefully. Your friend here don't have to get..." "Hey kid, up in the trees, you're being watched." "I think it's another Jinchuriki. That psychotic raccoon, Shikaku," said Grandma. Gaara appeared in front of Naruto in a swirl of sand. As he looked directly into his eyes. "You know, it's uncommon to just stare into someone's eyes like that. Unless you go that way, but that's cool with me, but I don't," said Naruto. Gaara did not even twitch in the slightest. "I hold 9, said Naruto. "What about you?" "Mother said that she's 1, said Gaara, as he took a short pause. "I'll show you mine if you show me yours," said Naruto. Everyone was confused by that statement, as both boys reached down. What the hell are they doing? Are they about to whip it out? Sakura thought to herself. She covered her eyes, however, she couldn't stop herself from peeping. What's going on?" said Temari. "What are they..." However, what they showed was their seals. As Naruto looked over Gaara's seal, a malicious grin came on Gaara's face. "You," he said. "You will be the one to prove my existence." Naruto picked him up in a hug. "Hey, what are you doing?" "Put me down," said Gaara. "I just proved your existence. If you did not exist, I couldn't pick you up. Plus, us containers have to stick together. After all, we both know what it's like to be alone. And I could always use another friend." Gaara was confused. His existence was just proven without him killing someone. And someone wanted to be his friend. You're not afraid of me." "Why don't you fear me?" said Gaara. As Naruto tilted his head. "Jeez. You don't have to get so angry," said Naruto. "And besides, why would I fear you? You're the same as me. It's not your fault you're like this. You didn't choose to have that seal inside of you," said Naruto with a smile. "Besides, I'm sure these two would be your friends as well." Gaara looked toward his siblings. "Well, would you two be my friends too?" he said. The words came out like they were poison as he seemed confused and out of it. "Of course," said Temari. "We're family, Gaara. And we'll always be there for you no matter what." Gaara looked taken aback, as he did not understand what the hell was going on. He then gripped his head. As he started to drop to his knees, Temari moved in, however Naruto stopped her. As he walked over and placed a hand on Gaara's shoulder. "Look at me," he said. "Don't let him take over you. Besides, you're the one in charge here, so don't make him go let you doing something stupid." As Gaara stood there for a moment, he shook his head, as he shook it from left to right, before he looked up. A strange look on his face. He picked himself up as he looked at Naruto. "What's your name?" he said. "Name is Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. How about you?" Gaara. Gaara of the desert. I must go," he said. "I will see you next time. Friend," he said to Naruto. "Yeah, of course, friend," said Naruto. Gaara still looked confused as he walked off. Temari watches her brother walked off with a new sense of everything. She couldn't help her excitement as she turned and pulled the blonde into a hug, as Naruto was not expecting that, more or less a kiss on his cheek. "Thank you so much," she said. "It's no problem," said Naruto, as she looked towards the blonde with this intense stare, as she was still holding on to him in a hug, as Naruto was surprised she was so happy at him talking to her brother. "You're a good man," she said. "So, Naruto Uzumaki, do you have a girlfriend?" she asks. "A girlfriend?" said Naruto. "Temari, if you're done with your boyfriend, we need to go and find Baki-sensei." "I guess this will have to wait, Naruto Uzumaki," she said. "Until next time." The way she said his name, she added a little spice to it, and he liked it. "What do you think, Kyuubi?" "Did I do good or what?" said Naruto, with a happy smirk. "Yes, you did good, kid. She will make a good mate. She has a nice, wide berth in hips, and a rather impressive ass." That's not what I'm talking about," said Naruto. "You perverted fox." "What the hell was all of that?" Sasuke said from a tree. "What did you do to make that girl so gracious?" "What? Haku not enough for you," said Naruto. Sasuke looked away with a small blush in his face. "Naruto, what was that thing on your stomach?" "And what do you mean by demon container?" Sakura said, as Naruto turned towards her. Oh shit, he kinda forgot. Time skip. It was here. The day of the June exams. Naruto already knew how the exams would go, after all. Being in ANBU and also being friends with the first and third proctor had its benefits, and he also made a deal with Anko. She would use him as a test subject to strike the fear of commies in the others. She would make it up to him in a later date, as he agreed. This is bullshit," said Naruto. "I should be in the Jonin room, watching these kiddies participate. But here I have to do this goddamn test," said Naruto. "Come on," said Kakashi, "it's gonna be fun." "Yeah, you're gonna bet on me," said Naruto. "You too, right?" he said, looking towards Abusa. "Of course. It's not like my teachings are free. Besides, if you lose, I'll kick your ass," Abusa said. "So you better go in there and win me some money. At the moment, you're my cash cow," he said. "You know, I could make all that money go down the drain by simply losing," said Naruto. "Nah, you won't do that," said Zabuza. "Even if you want to, it's not in you." "Yeah, you're right," said Naruto. "Just take me out to get some ramen afterwards." "Yeah, sure," said Zabuza. Kakashi started to laugh. "What's so funny?" said Zabuza. "Oh, nothing," said Kakashi. "Come on, what is it?" "I said nothing," said Kakashi. He was not gonna tell Zabuza how Naruto eat. It was gonna be hilarious to see all that money go down back the drain. Well, right in the blonde's stomach. This student exams are surely gonna be packed. And also, at the finals, well, the news will be revealed about who Naruto was. And it's gonna be a lot to take in for many. Meanwhile, where the hell is Naruto if he's late? I'm gonna pound him in the ground, said Sakura. She cracked her knuckles. Maybe if he was in a coma, Sasuke said, as he knew that Naruto was above their levels. Talking about me again. Well, you guys can worship me all you like, but... well, just go ahead and worship me, said Naruto. Shut up, dope. And Uchiha, worship no one, Sasuke said. But I do respect you. But not very much. Come on. You just had to rip it away that easily, huh? Couldn't give me that tiny amount of just say you respect me. As Naruto sighed. Alright, you two, let's get going. Let's rock this thing, said Naruto. Huh. He really is an idiot, isn't he? Said Sakura, as she watched Naruto march on. Sasuke simply shook his head, but there was a small smile on his face. Time skip, second floor. When they arrived at the second floor, get out of the way, we have to get inside. A random, stone Genin yelled. We're doing you a favor, brat. Kids died in these exams. Now get lost or we'll kick your ass. The Genin at the door said. Let's just go, said Naruto. It's obvious. This is the wrong floor. They're just weeding out the weaklings. As another group heard them. However, there was an Ayuga in the group so he could have seen through the illusion. However, there was a miniature guy. Are you Sasuke Uchiha? He said, as he jumped in the path. Yes. What do you want? Sasuke said. I challenge you to a spar. I will show you that hard work can topple any genius. As Naruto only had one way to avoid this conflict, he took on his best guy persona. Yelling and fighting inside is very unyouthful. Lee looked like he was caught in the headlights like a deer. As he started to shout that he had been unyouthful and he would do some ridiculous punishment. Let's just go while he's busy. As Naruto walked off the Hyuga, focus on him. Time skip, room 301. Naruto and Sasuke stepped inside first. Sakura was still a bit timid, even though her training had made her a lot stronger. However, Kakashi was outside waiting on them. Good to see that you all made it, he said. At his side was a co-sensei of Team 7, Zabuza Momokai. As he was getting some dirty looks from Kira ninjas. Yeah brats, good to see you all here. Don't screw up, or I'll make Haku freeze you. Yeah, like I would lose to these people. They're all a bunch of jokes, said Naruto. His tone was very loud, he was doing it on purpose. Kakashi simply pat him on the shoulder, seeing what he was doing. As they left toward the sensei room. With that, they stepped into the room. Holy shit. I knew I'd know that voice. You guys are here too. So that made the whole Rookie 9, said Kiba. Hey Kiba, what's new, said Naruto. Just getting stronger, I can really kick your ass now. Naruto started to laugh at that. Well, you just keep on thinking that. Yet in all honesty, Sakura could most likely beat you. Let alone me and Naruto, said Sasuke. Yeah right. The dope can't beat a spider. Kiba laughed. Hey, you guys should keep it down. You're attracting a lot of unwanted attention. As Jenin came over, silver hair glasses. So what, let them look. There isn't a team in this room that we can't take. And just what are you doing here, Kabuto? You failed 6 times, said Naruto. Naruto had his friends in ANBUs looking to almost everyone. As there were 6 people that were on the watch list. Some of them under great suspicion. There was also a team there from the Hidden Stone that had been swapped out with a Jonin and 2 Chunin. Their target was most likely Naruto, if the reports about his heritage being leaked is true. They were here to kill him. However, that might not be right. Maybe. Or they were here to weaken enemy nation by killing as much future Jonin as possible. Well, not what I expected, but seeing that you all are comrades of mine, I'll help you out a bit, he says. He pulled out some cards. These are my ninja info cards. Is there anyone in particular you want to know about? Yeah, Gaara and his siblings. Temari and Kankuro, said Naruto, and hell, throw Sasuke in there as well. Sasuke eyed twitch. Tell me about Naruto Uzumaki and Rock Lee, he said. Alright, let's start with Sasuke Uchiha. Last of 2 known Uchiha, specialized in taijutsu, fire ninjutsu, has shown skills in all eras except for Kinjutsu and Fuinjutsu. And hairstyle, Naruto laughed at that. 12 D ranks, 2 C ranks, no B, 1 A, no S. Everyone was listening in. Gaara of the Desert, there is little about him. He has done 8 D ranks, 16 C ranks and 2 B ranks. However, he has returned from these missions without a scratch. He's never been injured, Ino said, looking shocked at that. However, Naruto already expected that. He is a Jinchuriki after all. Now, Temari of the Deserts, older sister of Gaara, daughter of the 4th Kazekage, same missions as Gaara. So you don't have her measurements. Well, I'll get them later, said Naruto, as everyone's sweat dropped at that. However, there was 2 people that blushed in the room. Well, anyway, said Kabuto. Now for Rock Lee, no skills in Nin or Genjutsu. Very skilled in Taijutsu though, 19 D ranks and 4 C ranks. Figure that much, seeing that he's been trained by Guy. And finally, Naruto Uzumaki, very talented in wind style, has additional affinities but they're not listed. As Naruto's eyes narrowed, as he watched Kabuto carefully. Extremely talented in taijutsu, ninjutsu, under training from Zabuza Momokai in Kinjutsu. Mission records are 12 D ranks, 2 C ranks, 1 B rank, 2 A rank, and 1 A. Kabuto couldn't get to finish that sentence, as Naruto's hand shot out and gripped him by the throat, before slamming him into the wall. The Jonin from the Hidden Stone was baffled. The speed shocked the hell out of him. Poof! Alright you maggots, listen up, I am... Wait, Naruto? What the hell are you doing, said Ibiki. He's a traitor, said Naruto. This guy just revealed 2 S-rank secrets. As Naruto sniffed, he also smelled like snakes. As Naruto pushed Kabuto deeper in the wall, further cracking the thing. People were gaping at the amount of power he possessed. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next parts and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends this social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the other what over the other channels. I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. But I'm off and I'll see you guys soon. Peace guys.